This episode is sponsored by Squarespace, to be sure. What'd you get? What'd you get? I got this. Nice, another dinosaur. Always use the dinosaurs. Oh, nice little robot. Pretty good. And you're sure he didn't see you? No? He didn't see you go in there, take his toys? No? Okay, good. All right. I think we're good. Let's make some monsters. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 46. So today I feel like kit bashing some toys, making some monsters out of toys, like what I did a few episodes ago. But it's fun and you seem to enjoy it, so I want to do it again. I've actually got a box right here. I'm pretty sure it's full of toys. So let's see what we have and let's make some monsters. I'm probably going to use some of the stuff I stole from my kid because kids, I like to think of kids as extensions of the parent. So therefore all of his toys are mine. But none of mine are his. It goes that way. Let's make some monsters, shall we? Only joking. I just received this big package from someone called Usa. It's a strange name. We don't use that name in Ook, but oh my. Final faction. So anyone who watched my previous episode would remember me asking if anyone could get me some Final Faction figures. I really want to kit bash with Final Faction figures, and someone kindly got me a box full. So thank you very much. Look at these guys. Look at this guy. He's got like a big gunner, but it's like sniper or shooter or scope. Yeah, makes sense. So we don't really stock these Final Faction figures in the pound store over here. I mean, I've been told that you can get them somewhere, but not in any pound shop I've been in. So I think I pretty much have one of every character here, but what I'm really going to be using are the accessory packs. The best thing about these toys are their accessories. You got these things, I don't know what they are, Quake arms and Thunderbolt. I don't know. I'm not going to go through. This is not an unboxing, but look at all these little cool bits. There's so many cool bits. So along with those cool accessories, you've got these cool sentry guns with cool little robot appendages and, little shooty bits. Look, basically I'm going to be cutting these things up and making monsters with probably some dinosaur toys. I've got lots of dinosaur toys, but you enjoyed watching me do that last time and I enjoyed doing it, so I'm going to do it again. And, we can all be disturbed together. Obviously, I'm not going to use all of these toys. I mean, I don't like the rubbery guns. I mean, what's the point of that? And this weird dog thing, I guess I could use the legs. It has a little pilot thing that goes in the back. I mean, this is quite bizarre. It's got a tiny little dog with a handle on its back that goes in the back of the big dog. I'm just going to feed it to cat, to be honest. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be using the figures at all, but I mean, this one has really cool hands, like proper Total Recall hands, at the end when he activates the machine. Anyway, this guy looks like a cross between Falcon and A-Train. I'm probably not going to use him. Look, I'm probably just going to give some of these figures back to my son to, make peace. I mean, as you well know, I've stolen a few toys over the years from my son, but, I need them to make YouTube videos. So there. So this episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Now, if you've ever wanted to make a website and you're not really sure how to do it, Squarespace is the place to go. Look, you get provided with hundreds of templates like these just here, and they're all pretty cool designs, I'll give them that. And say you want to make a website about pickles. Look, oh, there we go. There's a pickle website. You can literally open this up, change the names. There you go. You have a pickle website. So I decided to make a website of my own for bill making stuff. Now, I've made plenty of websites in the past, and I have to say that Squarespace is the easiest and most intuitive website builder I've ever used. It's so easy to get great effect. I mean, look at this. This took me like 5 minutes. So if you want to make a website, click on the link down below. There is a sale going on. There you go. So I'm going to be using dinosaur toys again. If this one is rare, comment down below and let me know. I mean, apparently last time I cut up a really rare dinosaur toy. But we're going to cut this one up anyway. If you're cutting up old plastic toys, don't forget to use a dust mask. You don't want to be breathing in those dinosaur plastic particles. Can you imagine being on your deathbed and you're dying from some lung condition because you cut up so many dinosaur toys for a YouTube channel? That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? That would be really embarrassing. Anyway, always keep the heads. Now, I said this last time, but yeah, keep the heads. I'm not sure what I'm going to use them for, but just keep the heads, all right? So by turning the dinosaur body around like that, it kind of looks more thuggish, more like a brutish kind of monster, like a gorilla kind of thing. And then we're going to use this accessory. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks kind of like a weird robotic face. So I'm going to use the towel as a neck. And to be honest, I probably should have used the neck as a neck. But I do stuff like that sometimes. It doesn't make any sense. So if you want cheap bits of plastic to stick to other cheap bits of plastic, you need to sand it down. But I'm going to use this file/rasper thing. I saw someone use this a while ago on another video. I think his name was Sketchbashing or something. I mean, it's a bit tacky. It takes a lot of junk and makes models with it. I mean, who does that? So I really like these legs on this weird turret thing, and I'm going to use them. But that's the best thing about kitbashing. See, if you have a D&D game or a Stargate game and you want to make a monster, just cut up some old toys. You don't have to sculpt from scratch. So to base the model, I'm going to use this old wooden drinks coaster. I found a ton of these in a charity shop. I talked about these in a video before. What I'm thinking of doing is making a video that summarizes every tip that I've used, so I can just keep referring back to that. Do you think that's a good idea? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, I'm sure you're sick of me telling you to sand plastic and how to make all your washes. Well, that can all be in one video. Anyway, this is a placemat that I use to make kind of destroyed concrete. You just break it up like that and layer it up. So I always use bases now, I never used to. I used to kind of make the miniature stand up on its own, but if you can stick it to a base, you can put it in more interesting poses like this. So in the accessory packs, there was this weird vine tentacle thing. Now, I like the look of them. I'm thinking I'll probably use them as vine tentacle things. I also found this weird jagged sword thing that I'm probably going to use as a weird jagged sword thing. Did I ever tell you that the narration wasn't scripted? Did I ever tell you that? I probably should put a disclaimer. So I want to attach this blade to a tentacle and I want it to stay. I'm going to use some baking powder with super glue. But I'm also going to wrap it up in this the generic holiday wire first, and then kind of put some glue over the top of that. That should hold it. I mean, I don't think that's ever coming apart. So I'm really happy with this silhouette at the moment. It looks quite intimidating. I mean, we just need to sort out the big gaping bum hole at the back. Sorry, a bit crude. Basically, I want to keep the theme of like mechanical stuff mixed with biological stuff, and I want to stick a big conduit wire out of its back hole, bottom hole, bum hole. I mean, it's a bum hole, isn't it? And there we go. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I mean, it needs some putty to kind of smooth over those gaps, but we'll do that later. I want to make another one for now. So those of you that watch my live stream would know that I've been filling up a sketchbook over the last year, and here it is. This is my sketchbook. I'm currently thinking of publishing this, and I think all of my patrons from £5 up will get a free copy of this, like a free digital PDF of this. But this is basically my sketchbook that I've been filling up for a year. A lot of the builds that I've made are in here, in sketch form. I just want to refer to, let me find it. Sorry, 1 second. And I'm thinking maybe this guy up here, you see him? This weird cannon thing. That's just an idea of what I think these things are going to look like. Anyway, I think I just wanted to show off my sketchbook for one last time. It's finished now. This whole book is done, and I guess we'll start a new one. So keep watching for live streams. And that's that, really. Back to the build, I guess. So I'm going to use this dinosaur. Now this one is, it's got a big horrible mold line in the middle there, but I'm sure I can sort that out. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to build now. I think I want something with a gun. Something with a gun. Keep the heads. So after doing the base for the first model, I realised that it's actually a lot easier if I just glue a load of orchid bark on there. I mean, it always looks much better as well. It's so easy. So I want to pose the creature on the rocks, like it's kind of looking over the rocks with a gun and going pew pew, pew pew. So this is one of those Final Faction guns. I think it attaches to one of those robots, maybe. Anyway, it's a start. So this is the scuba gear, I guess, for the scuba character. There's always a scuba character in these like toy ranges, and I never liked the scuba character. I don't know, it's like Aquaman. Yep, I'm even going to use these little plastic bullets that the turrets shoot. So just out of fault, this thing needs some ammo crates because it's got a gun. So I'm just going to painfully stick these things to the side of its body, you know, as you do. Look, there is a story behind these things, and I'm going to tell you later. I think I'm going to tell you over the paint-in section of the video because, as we all know, the paint-in section is boring. Unless you're weird and you like that kind of thing. So I want to make just one more. I can't just make two, let's be honest. But this thing is... I got this weird idea for a weird walk-in cannon thing. Anyway, I'll show you. You'll see. You'll see later. It's weird.
Daddy, where's my dinosaurs?
I got the head, if you want the head. So for this one, I think I'm going to use these little robotic legs. I really like these legs. They should just pop straight off. So I'm probably going to use these things as like vents or ammo casing things. I might move them further back, to be honest. Come on, shield your eyes. So to make the cannon, I'm going to use a lot of these old used pen cases. Yeah, always keep your pens of different kind of diameters. I want this cannon to look like it extends out of this creature. Kind of like Iron Man, you know, Tetsuo, Body Hammer, whatever it was called. But he had a big cannon that came out of his chest. Didn't make any sense, and it was really weird. But that's kind of what I'm going for. To me, at the moment, it looks kind of weird just having two legs at the front. I mean, it's not going to look any less weird with four legs, if you know what I mean. And there we go, that's pretty weird. I like weird though, it's not easy to achieve weird, so whenever I create something weird, I'm quite proud of it. And now onto the epoxy putty, I think. There's a few holes to fill, as your dad says. So to fill the holes and the gaps and create some texture, I'm going to use epoxy putty, and I'm going to use a mixture of green stuff and milliput. So what I plan to do is just kind of fill all the gaps and add a load of weird, disgusting texture. Now I want these things to look pretty disgusting. Lots of like wounds and boils and, you know, just disgusting things. I want to make something. Sometimes you just want to make something disgusting. I mean, you can almost say these things are like Nurgle, but they're not. But you could. But they're not. So I made 3 monsters and I only needed one pair of eyes. I mean, I guess it's the one with the gun. You know, you need eyes to see what you're shooting. Not so much with a cannon, you can kind of just point it in the direction. So using silicone tools, I exaggerated all the metal parts sticking out the body to make them look extra painful. I added a few boils here and there. So I guess when you're doing putty work like this, you know, you make it as textured as you like it to be. I like it really textured, so oil washes can sink right in there, and dry brushing can just, you know, bring out all the detail. So I make it as detailed as I like, and I like it detailed because I like dry brushing. So, time to paint. Now, big shout out to Alex at 52 Miniatures. He kind of inspired. I was going to make just some monsters that were quite, you know, maybe stripy, spotty, colourful. Because of one of his latest videos, he painted this big gory corpse monster thing. Quite inspired me to make something gory myself. So, thank you, Alex. Just a disclaimer, there's going to be some weird pussy spots and boils and just a bit of gore, okay? And there's going to be some rust, a little bit of rust. All the good stuff. Anyway, see you in a minute. So I sprayed the models with black from underneath and white from above, so you get that nice centerfold highlight. And I don't really want to lose that effect, so I'm just going to glaze my paints on, basically mixing a lot of water with my acrylic paint. So I mentioned earlier I wanted these things to be really gory, so I'm going to go fleshy colours, you know, reds and blues and purples, and you know, and then obviously the metal is going to be rusty. Let's be honest. So before I bore you with too much painting, let's talk about what these things are. So in my mind, I imagined essentially walking tumours. The story is that these things were tumours inside, you know, bodies of humans and androids. I mean, they killed the body they inhabited, and they evolved, and they just kept growing and adapting to survive on their own. You know, they kept the mechanical appendages that was there. You know, they kept the guns, the robotic hands, the robotic feet, you know, whatever they needed to survive. I mean, they are just tumours at the end of the day. And they kind of roam the waste, just killing people because that's what tumours do. You know, cancerous tumours they tend to be arseholes, let's face it. So anyone who follows my videos will know there's kind of like a canon. There's a world going on. I imagine these things inhabit the same world. I imagine a gang of rusters kind of hunting these things down. I don't know whether they would eat it. I mean, what would a tumour taste like? It's pretty disgusting. But yeah, they're in the same world. They would definitely kill it. See, some of you may think that narrative is a little bit strange. Well, you know, most concepts, you know, are created around a narrative. It helps me when I sculpt and create things to have a narrative. You know, it informs my decision on what they look like, how they move, how many legs they have. You know, why this thing looks like a testicle with a cannon sticking out of it. And that's all narrative to me. I know a lot of you comment and you say you really enjoy the narrative aspect of my build, so I'm going to keep doing it. And to me, I enjoy it too. I like everything to be connected in a way. It makes it feel like I'm building up to something. You know, I don't know what. There may be something in the future. Who knows? Just subscribe and see. Anyway, that's enough of that. Now it's, well, you know what time it is. Well, it's time to dry brush. So I'm not going to talk too much about how I base these things. I'm basically going to use crusted. And you know, if you want to know how to make this, there's some videos before where I make this. Look, I'm just going to make that tip video, I think. I've decided. Also, I should have probably based the thing before I painted the thing, because it was quite tricky. But anyway, now it's time for some oil wash. And make sure you give this stuff a really good shake, because after a while it just starts to... Oh, God. And there we go, some weird walk-in tumours with guns. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know down below. I enjoyed making them. I don't know what it is. I said it before, but it's fun making weird, gory things. And, you know, it's not easy to make things weird, so I was quite happy with that. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Glamour shots up in a... What? No, I've got no more little toy dogs to give you. You give him a snack once, and then that's all he wants forever. So there we go. I really enjoyed making these monsters, you know, and I especially enjoyed making really kind of disturbing monsters. What is that? You know, everyone loves to make creepy, disgusting stuff. I mean, like Nurgle. Take Nurgle. Everyone loves Nurgle. I mean, I love Nurgle. If I was to ever do Games Workshop stuff, it would probably be Nurgle or Orcs. Let's face it. I want to say a big, massive thank you to my patrons. You've kept this channel going. I've had a few hard weeks with childcare trying to get these videos out, and it takes all of my time. So I really appreciate you lot supporting me, and I hope you enjoy what you get. Goodbye!